वर्ल्ड हेल्थ डे दुनिया भर में सेहत से जुड़े मुद्दों पर ध्यान केंद्रित करने का एक महत्वपूर्ण अवसर है। ये दिन हमें याद दिलाता है कि एक स्वस्थ जीवन केवल इलाज पर नहीं, बल्कि हमारी रोजमर्रा की आदतों और जागरूकता पर भी निर्भर करता है। लेकिन विज्ञान सिर्फ खोज नहीं, उन लोगों की कहानी भी है जो हर दिन इसे जीते हैं। आइए जानते हैं स्क्रीन टाइम और अपने वैज्ञानिक कार्य के दबाव के बीच वो संतुलन कैसे बनाते हैं।
तो इसमें मैंने पर्सनली जो प्रॉब्लम फेस किया है कि ड्राई आइज़ का प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है और इससे काफ़ी टाइम आपका माइग्रेन भी ट्रिगर कर जाती है, जो काफ़ी प्रॉब्लमेटिक है। इसे डील करने के लिए आप जब काम कर रहे हो तो बीच बीच में ब्रेक लिया कीजिए। उसमें क्या होगा कि आपके आँखों को थोड़ा सा रिलैक्सेशन मिल जाएगा एंड देन आप 20-20-20 रूल जो है वो फॉलो कर सकते हैं। उसके बाद जितना बार हो सके दिन में आप आँखों को पानी से धोया कीजिए, जो काफ़ी अच्छा है।
Okay, so the PhD life is a time of great mental pressure and all. So one way which I personally take to manage all this stress is that it's like I will work for, let's say, 45 minutes. After that, I will just keep the mobile and everything aside, and I will just go on for a walk for 5-10 minutes into the nature. So this will help me cool the mind state down, as well as help us to increase our efficiency. And second thing which I want to tell is that the PhD, whatever we are earning, is not just ours only. Like our friends, our partners, our parents, everyone has lot of efforts to it. So talk to them. It's not a single journey. You have to reach out to your friends and all, because their support is needed for us to move ahead.
Given how much time we spend for research in a particular day, इट्स क्वाइट प्लॉजिबल कि हमारा जो स्क्रीन टाइम है वो जितना एक्सपेक्टेड स्क्रीन टाइम है उससे कहीं ज़्यादा चला जाता है, बिकॉज वी स्पेंड अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम इन कोडिंग, डिबगिंग एंड रीचेकिंग एंड checking the data again and cleaning, and that leads to a build up of cognitive fatigue जो हमारे जाने बगैर ही हो जाता है. The primary challenge मुझे लगता है कि is our complete dedication of our self-worth to how much of results we can achieve. बिकॉज हम बहुत जल्दी ये समझ लेते हैं कि हम जितना ज़्यादा रिजल्ट्स ला सकते हैं, our self-worth is attached to it. That actually defines who we are as a researcher or how good we are as a researcher, or also goes on to tell ki how capable we are as a researcher. But that's where a lot of pressure, self-made pressure comes in. To actually avoid these kind of things, I believe one should set a boundary, which is very important outside of your academic life. So I try to put a break and then I move to my non-academic habits or my hobbies, as you might say. It's like playing the violin, sometimes singing by myself also help a lot. But what really helps is reminding myself during these times that I am not my results. PhD or research in itself is not only the shiny moments that one sees when one is presenting the results. Research is inherently slow. There are bound to be times where your models will fail, your experiments will fail, and your data will not be clean, and you have to do it again and again before it actually reaches a point where you can work with it. So reminding yourself these things and having something to look forward outside of your academic life is something which I think greatly helps in balancing your mental stability during these times.
जहां एक ओर शोध आगे बढ़ता है, वहीं दूसरी ओर संतुलन भी उतना ही आवश्यक होता है। आइए एरीज के वैज्ञानिकों से समझते हैं कि आम लोग अपने दैनिक जीवन में विज्ञान को कैसे अपना सकते हैं।
On this occasion, I would like to say that keeping ourselves healthy is of prime importance. Keeping healthy means not only keeping physically healthy but also mentally healthy. And just by adopting, as a scientist, I would like to say that just by adopting scientific temperament and having critical thinking and not believing things blindly and think about it, how, what, why, will keep you mentally healthy, as well as keeping myself physically healthy is concerned. I really follow scientifically proven yoga, aerobics, and so on. And I urge the whole community to adopt such practices to keep ourselves not only physically healthy but also mentally healthy. That's how we can contribute in the nation building. Unless we are healthy, both physically and mentally, it's difficult to pursue any scientific problem.
लेकिन विज्ञान का प्रभाव तभी व्यापक होता है जब समाज भी इसके साथ खड़ा होता है, क्योंकि विज्ञान सिर्फ प्रयोगशालाओं तक सीमित नहीं है, ये हमारे रोजमर्रा के निर्णयों में भी दिखाई देता है.
Science is not a bunch of formulas or some sort of a curriculum. Science is basically human beings' interaction with the nature. It's, for example, how science came into our life. For example, when we were struggling in prehistoric time, we found that if a block of wood is difficult to push, but if I can cut and roll it and in the form of a cylinder or something, it's easier to roll. Okay, so it is our interaction with nature that is science. And then when we rationalize that in the form of laws means how it behaves, how a certain thing behaves. And then we also figured out mathematics, so we could express or define these properties of nature in the form of mathematics. We call formulas. So that is science. So if you do not understand this, it is difficult for us to bring a lot of people into science. So that's what we have to stress on, and the fact that we also feel a lot of joy in unraveling nature. Okay, so we are trying to find out how the properties of nature, we call whatever you call it. Science in general and medical science in particular do not have all the answers. It is not that science has all the answers, because we are unraveling the nature. That is science. If that is true, then we do not have all the answers. We can only try and figure out if okay, this works.
और इसी दिशा में वैज्ञानिक संस्थान भी एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाते हैं.
My submission will be something like that, like we are in the Scientific Research Institute, so it is our responsibility towards our own staff and also towards the society to make them aware about the importance of our own health. And when I say importance of the own health, that is I am telling the two way, like we have to take care health with the aspect of the yoga also, like you do your fitness, your activity, your daily routine activity, so that you take care of your health in better way. So we need not to always depend on the medicinal aspect. We have to do our own exercise, all those things. And now the important aspect also, because we are in Scientific Research Institute, we have a lot of young minds. So young minds also, they can help us in the spreading the awareness and the importance of our health. And they have a lot of new idea, so that is also aspect can be covered from the institute side.
एक स्वस्थ समाज के लिए जागरूकता और विज्ञान दोनों का साथ जरूरी है.